You've seen Miami, you've seen Naples, but what if I told you that Tampa Bay now has waterfront estates that rival both? That means less people, more privacy, and sunsets just like this. Welcome to 4125 Causeway Vista Drive, a beautiful $3 million custom-built masterpiece inside of one of Tampa Bay's most exclusive gated communities. Behind these gates, homes like this rarely come to market. Designed by Alvarez Homes, this property blends coastal resilience with Mediterranean elegance. And there's one detail that makes this home unlike anything else on the bay. Every window frames the water. You have your heated saltwater pool, you have your outdoor kitchen, a private dock, and views of the old Tampa Bay. So whether you're hosting clients or escaping the noise, this is what effortless luxury feels like. Quick question. If you lived here, what would be the first thing you would do? Would it be coffee on this balcony, or would it be sunsets over on your private dock? Leave a comment below and I'll be sure to give you my answers on our next Tampa Bay luxury tour. Here's the reality. Tampa luxury waterfront is changing fast. Properties like this are being discovered by CEOs, athletes, and investors who realize this is Florida's best kept secret. You can't recreate this location. It's minutes from downtown, yet tucked away in total serenity. This is Tampa Bay luxury. Calm, connected, and completely unforgettable. If you're looking for a home just like this, or wondering how you can get to a waterfront estate here in Tampa Bay, click the QR code right here or DM me Tampa Luxury, and I'll send you my list of waterfront estates right now. Tampa Bay, where tropical living meets world-class luxury. Here, the water isn't just a view, it's a way of life. The sunlight, the skyline, the stillness, it all blends into one perfect rhythm of waterfront living. And tucked just beyond the stretch of paradise lies the reserve of Old Tampa Bay, one of the most exclusive gated communities in the city. Behind these gates, every home tells a story of craftsmanship, privacy, and prestige. So when you think of Tampa Bay luxury, this is what comes to mind. A waterfront lifestyle surrounded by palm trees, boats, and beautiful blue skies. This community, the reserve of Old Tampa Bay, is where Tampa's elite choose to live. You have custom homes, a gated community, direct bay access, all minutes from Tampa Bay and the airport. But what makes this area truly special isn't the price tag. It's the presence. You feel it the moment you arrive. Only a handful of homes line these quiet streets, each one custom built to frame the water, timeless designs and unrivaled views. Here, the pace is different. It's calm, intentional, exclusive. This enclave is home to executives, entrepreneurs, and families who want the best of both worlds. Serenity and access. Close to the Gulf, close to the city, but completely in its own world. Outdoor spaces are where this home truly shines. A heated saltwater pool and a spa, an outdoor kitchen, a bar perfect for entertaining, a private boat lift leading directly into Old Tampa Bay. Mornings here begin with coffee on the balcony and evenings end with the kind of sunsets you will never forget. There's something about being out here that completely resets you. It's the breeze, it's the water, it's completely peaceful. That's why many of my clients move to Tampa Bay to begin with. It's not just about the home, it's about the lifestyle. Built by Alvarez Homes in 2006, this property reflects the highest level of craftsmanship. Recently updated with a new metal roof, it blends Mediterranean elegance with coastal resilience. Every material and every line serves a purpose to elevate, protect, and last. Because true luxury isn't about excess, it's about excellence. Tampa's luxury market continues to rise, driven by relocation, investment, and the magnetic pull of waterfront living. Properties like this one, with direct bay access, gated privacy, and architectural pedigree, represent the pinnacle of that growth. In a city evolving faster than ever, these enclaves remain timeless. When I talk to my clients that are moving to Tampa Bay, this is what they're looking for. A home that feels like a retreat, but also keeps them connected to everything that they love. And that's what the Reserve gives them: privacy, prestige, and proximity. In the end, this isn't just a home, it's a reflection of Tampa Bay itself. Vibrant, elevated, effortlessly inspiring. For the few who live here, the water isn't just outside their window, it defines who they are. This is what it means to live the luxury life, Tampa Bay style. We just finished touring a beautiful $3 million home. If you enjoyed the content, please don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment on what you just saw. Now, I have a very special guest here that I would like to introduce you to. His name is Denzel Robinson, not to be confused with Denzel Washington. This is Denzel Robinson. He is the listing agent for this beautiful home that you just finished seeing. Denzel, I'd like to welcome you to the show.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Thanks for having us.
Absolutely.
We have a couple of questions that we want to dive into, kind of let the audience kind of understand what it takes to kind of live in something as beautiful as this particular home. So hope you're ready for that.
Absolutely.
All right, Denzel. So the first question is, when it comes to these particular homes, who actually buys these homes?
So that's a great question. So typically it's high net worth individuals.
Okay.
You have executives, you have athletes, people that are looking for this exclusivity, entrepreneurs, business owners.
Okay.
And so that's typically who would be looking at purchasing a property like this.
Gotcha.
Well as people that are moving from California, New York. Florida has no state income tax, so that's also a huge benefit for people that are moving down as well.
Yeah, absolutely. More bang for your buck.
Absolutely.
So hopefully I'll be there in 10 years. All right, Denzel, so let's talk a little bit about value. So when we look at this particular home, a lot of people are going to question the price tag. They look at it and it's going to really, really kind of blow your mind away.
Yeah.
I see the value because obviously I'm sitting here with this beautiful home, I'm seeing this view,
Yeah.
and I could see it. But for the viewers at home, is this house really worth the $3 million?
Absolutely. Great question, Chris. So when you're buying a home like this, the biggest thing that stands out is the location.
Okay.
The exclusivity and the craftsmanship of a custom built home like this. So is it worth $3 million? Absolutely, 100%. You have an exclusive community with a very limited amount of homes in this community.
Okay.
And the view sells itself. When you walk into this home, you can look directly through the home to the big open bay windows and you can see the view. So bay access, you can be to the ocean in about 20 minutes from the boat dock back here.
Yeah.
So that is what is going to sell this home for $3 million.
Yeah. No, I mean, I saw it the moment I walked in. You open that door, you see the grand piano sitting there staring at you. You got these beautiful large windows.
Absolutely.
And then once you walk out, you see this beautiful view. And then obviously we walked over on the dock. I mean, it was just like mouth to floor, kind of reaction. So, appreciate it.
At this price point, it's not about square footage.
Mm-hmm.
It becomes less and less about that at this price point, and it's just all about that exclusivity and that lifestyle that you're buying.
Gotcha. Awesome. All right, Denzel, let's talk about lifestyle.
Absolutely.
So when we talk about this particular home and whoever the new owner will be in the future, what does a day-to-day life look like for someone who owns this home?
Well, Chris, we're in Florida, so imagine resort style living every single day. You wake up in the morning, you head downstairs, grab your coffee,
right?
You come out back on the deck and you have unrestricted views of old Tampa Bay. Whether you're entertaining out here with the outdoor kitchen, having family over, and in essence, that's really what it is about.
Right.
This is a property designed for entertainment, but it's also designed for fun.
Right.
You have the boat dock, you can take the boat out, you're about 20 minutes from open ocean.
Right.
Jet skis, the whole shebang,
right.
As well as being in very, very close proximity to the airport. You're about 10 minutes from the airport, about 15 minutes from International Mall and some great shopping.
Yeah.
So this is a prime location. Doesn't get much better than this.
Yeah. Yeah. And you will never note it that you're so close to the airport because, yeah, you'll see a plane pass by, but you actually don't even hear it. So the moment I walked back here, I was just like, oh my God, this is amazing. I don't even feel like I'm in Florida right now because what you see is nothing but greenery. Eventually you see water, and it's just so serene. It's amazing.
Absolutely.
All right, Denzel, next question I have is, when you bring a buyer here for the first time, what usually blows them away?
So the biggest thing when buyers come to look at this property, number one, the gated community and the sense of privacy. You know, it's a very quiet community, very exclusive, and it's not a master plan community. You have 31 custom built homes in this community. I think that's a pretty big deal to be on the bay, you know, to have the views and everything that you have. But that's, again, what also is super appealing to the buyers that have stopped by to see this home. As soon as you walk through the double front doors, you can just automatically look straight through the house, through the big bay windows, and you see that view. And it's just a breathtaking view, unrestricted, you know, and I think it's quite amazing. Absolutely.
Yeah. I can only imagine, you know, when the house was first built and the, you know, owner walked through it and saw their vision, you know, literally in front of them. I mean, I can only imagine how breathtaking that was to experience that for the first time. So
absolutely.
That's amazing. All right, Denzel, next question. You've worked with a lot of high-end clients.
Yes.
What are some mistakes or maybe some regrets that you see pop up from time to time?
Haven't had too many mistakes, but I'd say a big regret, you know, working with high-end buyers, high-end clients, you know, especially from a buyer standpoint, do not compromise when you're purchasing a property, especially like this at this price point. You know, I've had a client buy a home right across from the beach and they wanted to be on the beach. And, you know, that's one thing. You can change a kitchen, you can change a bedroom, you can change a bathroom. One thing that will always stay the same is the view that you wake up to every single day. So
very true.
I'd say when you're buying a home and you have a vision of where you want that home to be, do not compromise on the lot that home sits on.
Gotcha. Makes a lot of sense. All right, so let's talk about the marketing perspective.
Absolutely.
The Tampa market has been on fire.
It's crazy.
Right? Do you feel like that's going to continue?
Absolutely. You know, I look at it in very different because Tampa's small, but, you know, I believe that Tampa one day could compete with Miami. That's the growth that I see happening, and we're still at the very beginning. You have corporate relocations, entrepreneurs, business owners, people that want to move here, a great city, great people, great sports teams. I mean, what's not to love about Tampa? So I definitely believe that the market will continue to grow here. And in the coming years, I think that this is going to be a great city in the United States. Yeah, no, I echo the same sentiments, you know, between living in what would be considered Hillsborough County, couple that with Pinellas County, and everything in the surrounding areas. Tampa is just exploding, and it's obvious with all of the new builds that you see coming up, homes like this that are very exclusive. So yeah, absolutely. I definitely see that continuing. Yeah, when you see major developers buying up land and starting these massive projects, I mean, that is a clear sign that, you know, we are going to keep going up here. Yeah. Zooming into the community, putting a big lens on this reserve of Old Tampa Bay. Absolutely. What makes it so different to live here? So ultimately the exclusivity. You know, as I mentioned before, there is a very small amount of homes in this community, 31 custom built homes. It's gated, it's private, but you have that smaller sense of community in a very high-end luxury community, you know, so you know your neighbors, you know, because it's so small, there's not a lot of traffic in and out of the neighborhood, so it just brings that privacy that, you know, someone that's purchasing a home like this really wants. Gotcha. No, I mean, that's, if you want that exclusivity, like you mentioned, if you want that privacy, you want that home away from home type of feel where, you know, you got this beautiful view, you feel like you're not even living in Florida,
but you're close to everything like you mentioned before. So that's awesome.
Absolutely.
When buyers are comparing homes like this, what is the most important for them? Is it the location, the design, or the privacy?
So, great question, Chris. I think location will always be number one.
Okay.
And then the design and privacy will follow those things. Okay.
Yeah.
You definitely want to be in an area where you're close to everything. I think most people want that, but even at this price point, you want to be close to a major airport. You want to be close to fine dining. You want to be close to shopping,
Right.
and you want to be able to get in and out of the city relatively fast. And I mean, you're 15 minutes from downtown, you're 10 minutes from the airport,
Right.
so this is just a prime location. It doesn't get better than that.
Yeah. I mean, we always confuse location, and privacy, and we think about being further away from populations and like some excluded area. But in reality, it makes total sense what you're saying.
Absolutely.
If you're going to buy a home and you want, waterfront or beachfront or whatever it is, you want to be close to the amenities that you enjoy and love as well. So it makes total sense. Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Everyone's always going to ask, what about storms? What about flooding? And so the question is, how does that affect waterfront living?
So very, very fair question. And, with a property that is, not super new, but designed to perfection with a luxury builder like Alvarez Homes.
Mm-hmm.
It was built up to code. It's built with high grade materials to be able to withstand storms, obviously mainly hurricanes because we live here in Florida.
Right.
And that's one thing when you're looking at waterfront property like this, you also want to make sure that it's elevated.
Okay.
You want to have all those things. Now, obviously, moving to Florida, you take on that risk when you buy a waterfront property.
Right.
But all of these things definitely make a difference when you're looking at a luxury home like this. You want all those things, but you also have flood insurance. That's what flood insurance is for in this state.
Yeah. No, it makes total sense. I mean, you're going to invest however many millions of dollars to have it built, and you want that waterfront property or at least close proximity to the coastline. I mean, at this point, anyone can be affected by a hurricane, not
Absolutely.
just waterfront property. And so you take the necessary steps to protect your investment.
Absolutely.
And
Yes,
so
you do.
I think that's super, super important.
Yeah.
All right, Denzel, final question, and then you're off the hook. If you had to describe this house in one word, what would it be and why?
That's a great question. I would say it's effortless. Just the design, the architecture, the flow of the home. It flows very, very nice from indoor living to outdoor living, to the sauna, to the beautiful saltwater pool. It's just effortless living. It's move-in ready. You can move in here and just really start to enjoy the Florida lifestyle and everything that it brings.
Yeah, no, I mean, I'll echo that, and effortless is probably the best word to describe it, because the moment you walk out here and you're walking towards this view, I mean, it is just amazing. I wouldn't want to replace it with anything. I mean, every morning you get to take a look at this. I mean, it's great. So, Denzel, I want to thank you so much for taking the time out to be with us here today.
Absolutely.
And, answer these hot, crunchy questions, as I like to call them. And thank you so much for being here. Appreciate you having us.
Thank you so much.
All right. Take care. If you're watching and you have more questions about Tampa Bay luxury living, drop it in the comments and we'll get right back to you. Are you? Connected. Nope, that's not it. Ready? I forgot the first line.